So here we are. These are the answers to quiz 17. I asked you 5 questions about Eurovision. The first one, Ireland holds the record for the most wins at Eurovision. 7 of them. 7 of them. One was Dana, the wonderful Irish Dana, not Dana International, the wonderful Israeli performer. Dana, Johnny Logan twice, Niamh Kavanagh. Johnny Logan then wrote the next one, which was sung by someone else whose name I've forgotten. Then 2 blokes won it with the Rock and Roll Kids, and finally Amar Quinn won it with The Voice. I think that was 1995, if I remember rightly. They won it 3 years on the trot at one point. Incredible. Sweden have won it the next most often with 6. Question 2. Rita Maria Crutchington has been part of 2 acts representing the UK at Eurovision. The first of those was Coco, she was part of, that sung Bad Old Days, which I think placed 2nd. And then she was part, much more famously, of Bucks Fizz, singing Making Your Mind Up and winning for the UK in 1981. She is, of course, better known as Cheryl Baker, star of Stage and Screen. Question 3. ABBA won in 1974 with Waterloo, but in 1973 they put forward a song to the Melodifestivalen, which is the Swedish contest to see who's going to represent Sweden. That song was Ring Ring. It didn't get selected. Question 4. Now, Georgia's entry was disqualified before the contest in 2009. If you said because it had a political message, you can have half a point. But for the full point, I need you to say it was anti-Russian, specifically, and the lyric was, "We don't want to put in," and it was regarded as, when it was sung, it sounded like "We don't want a Putin," a reference to President Putin of Russia. Regardless of whether or not you approve of Mr. Putin, Eurovision songs aren't allowed to have overtly political messages, although lots of them do, so... Anyway, finally, question 5. Lulu won for the UK in 1969 with Boom Bang a Bang alongside 3 other countries. There was a 4-way tie, so your answer is 3. There was a 4-way tie at the end between the Netherlands, UK, France, and Spain. And they all won it. They had to just all win it, and then we had to listen to all 4 songs again at the end of the contest. I say we, I wasn't born, but that was what happened. They didn't know what else to do. I believe the UK went on and hosted it the following year, but still. So there we are. 5 Singing Witches. Next, I played you the wonderful, wonderful Angela Lansbury playing the role of Eglantine Price. So you needed the full name, Eglantine Price. Miss Price, from Bedknobs and Broomsticks. So half a point for Bedknobs and Broomsticks, half a point for Eglantine Price. She is referred to as Miss Price for a lot of the show, but there is an entire musical number where they call her Eglantine repeatedly. So you should get it. Question 7. This was the easiest, I think. That's Elphaba from Wicked, being sung by the wonderful Idina Menzel. So half a point for Elphaba, half a point for Wicked. The next one, trickier one. This, in fact, I don't think any of my competitors got it live on the night. That's from the TV movie The Worst Witch, which starred Tim Curry and Diana Rigg, amongst others, and indeed the lady whose name I've now forgotten, which is dreadful of me, who sang the role both of Miss Cackle, the headmistress, but also of her twin sister, her evil twin sister, Aggie Cackle, or Agatha Cackle. You can have either of those. So if you said The Worst Witch, you get half a point. Half a point for Agatha or Aggie Cackle. The little clue there was, "You'll be right at home in my little school," which is what she said right at the end of the clip. Question 9. Again, a tricky one if you're not into opera. She was singing in Czech, so the first words she said were "Churi muri fuk," which is Czech for roughly abracadabra. That is Jerzy Baba, who is the wicked sea witch in Rusalka, which is basically the Little Mermaid. So you got half a point for Jerzy Baba. Well done if you got that one. I don't mind how you spelt it. If you got even close, you can have the half point. And half a point for Rusalka. Wonderful, wonderful opera by Dvorak in Czech. And question 10, easier one. That's the inimitable Bette Midler singing the role of Winifred Sanderson. Again, you need both names for the half point. In the film, for the other half point, Hocus Pocus. So half for Hocus Pocus, half for Winifred Sanderson, backed up by the other 2 sisters, obviously the other Sanderson sisters. Next, I showed you the hastily scribbled on pictures of trees. First one was a nice easy one. That was oak. It had acorns. That was oak. There was no denying that was oak. Next one was a little trickier. The squirrel was perhaps helpful. I don't know. Are squirrels ever helpful? That was hazel. Question 13, like I say, a lot darker in real life than it looked on that page. That's yew. Y-E-W, yew. Very, very poisonous. Often found in church graveyards. Apparently, although not necessarily truly, but apparently because they were a pagan symbol of worship, because they seemed to live forever and they were able to sort of rebirth themselves by sending down taproots. And so they're very, very ancient. And they were revered by pagans, pre-Christian worshippers on this island. And the Christians who came in stuck their places of worship on the existing places of worship. So often the yew trees are older than the churches in whose yards they now stand. So, question 13 was yew. Question 14, silver birch. The bark, hopefully on a couple of those pictures, was a bit of a giveaway. Silver birch. And question 15, ash. Fraxinus excelsior. Suffering terribly from this ash dieback disease at the moment. But still going strong. Lastly, the spelling test. I asked you to spell tobogganing. A lot of these were about getting the doubles in the right places because it's really tricky. I had to look it up several times to prove to myself it wasn't tobogganing. It's not. Tobogganing. So the only double in there is the double G, tobogganing. Question 17. Maintenance. This one's tricky for the vowels. M-A-I-N-T-E-N-A, N-C-E, maintenance with a C-E. Easily spelled maintenance or maintenance or not right, maintenance. Question 18, aneurysm. This is a sod. A-N-E-U-R-Y-S-M. I said on the night, the only other word I can come up with that has a YSM at the end is paroxysm. I don't know what it means. I don't know what the roots are. I should learn, but I haven't yet. Question 19, another tricky double one. Desiccated. D-E-S-I-C-C-A-T-E-D. So the only double is the C. It's not double S or anything else. Desiccated, it would be. D-E-S, singular, I-C-C-A-T-E-D. And lastly, asymmetry. Again, tricky doubles. A-S-Y-M-M-E-T-R-Y. Single S, double M. That was the one. I had double S's all the way through my dissertation until someone pointed it out. So there you go. Answers to the quiz. Have fun. Leave me a comment. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Enjoy. Have fun.